Are you doing the supplemental lecture today? Are we doing the... That's my response. Are we doing the puzzle of motivation again?
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps?
I was just gonna introduce it today.
Okay.
We have a lot of wrap up from last week.
If you have a lot of wrap up, I probably have a lot of wrap up.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah, I kind of wish
you
that
can't
we
turn
did
off
have
one.
different switches. No, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
All or nothing, and especially with no windows, it really is
Right.
all or nothing.
It's good if you want a nice dark room.
Yeah. All right. Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
So, this is more or less. I mean, I had this topic about a year or so ago, and not a whole lot has changed. I mean, the TED website has been overhauled a lot, so we'll take a look at some of that. It seems like they keep like adding some features and taking some features away, and the website looks differently depending on how wide your browser window is. It's not as simple as it used to be. But anyway, about a year ago, I went through and looked at all of these different websites. You can see in this handout. There's also an online version of this. Oh, I think I have my. No, that's right. All right, it's on the second page for some reason. There's this address, bit.ly/ELI video sources. Just take a look at that. It's the same as the handout, really.
Which one now?
Second page, top
Yeah,
of the
second
page, on the left. Not in the chart, just on the top, in the second page.
Oh, second page.
Up here.
Not in the dark.
Nope. Second page. At the top.
Although for some reason it's not quite loaded. Let me try Chrome. It has detected that it's Google Docs, but the actual web page is not popping up. So that's nice. That's why it's good to have 3 or 4 web browsers.
Find one that works today. It might not work tomorrow.
What?
Oh, actually, the corpus loops. There we go. So this is actually something that anyone can edit, can add to, because things do change over time. But so at the top, I highlighted some top picks for websites I thought were especially good for the ELI. So of course, there's TED.com. There's also Hulu, which is good for it's a great place to recommend students to go for outside listening. Because if they don't have any kind of TV subscription, they can still go on Hulu and watch things for free. There are tons of advertisements though, and things can be, added or removed on kind of a haphazard basis. So it's not good to rely on for classroom activities. But Hulu is really good just for students to use on their own, to be able to access American television programs and movies. And there's this other website that I don't think I've seen people use very much. It's Nova Teachers website, where I'm not sure if we have Zooming enabled on this. I guess not. I could enable that actually. It's under accessibility.
Heather, that's the one where the Magic in the Brain came from?
That was just from regular Nova. I haven't used
Teachers.
There we go.
So the artichoke.
Oh, careful with people have been eating here, Bill. You might can't be doing it and then not too fast.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Oh, I just turned on this option in the accessibility settings, enabling keyboard zoom, where I can hold down the control key, and then I just scroll with my fingers, scroll in and out
Whoa.
to zoom.
Oh.
But yeah, there are these longer programs, 1 to 3 hours. There are also these short ones, 5 to 15 minutes as well. So if we just go into, social studies.
Nothing there.
Oh, actually, but we actually have full transcripts.
No, this is from 2005, so it seems as though once they're there, you can rely on them being there.
Hopefully, I mean, I haven't, systematically tried to
What did we just
track
teach
these,
at our
but,
3RT thing? One cannot rely on these websites.
Mm-hmm.
Here today,
Gone tomorrow, so it's for you.
that's why if it's downloadable, you download it. If not,
What do you think it's downloadable?
and then, yeah, at least the last time, I guess this does have an ad that's interesting.
Mm.
New York City waterfront is making a comeback. And Goldman Sachs brings together
They're great commercials.
ideas to help
Goldman Sachs.
projects.
Every time I try to put on Magic in the Brain, these come on.
But, at least the last time I checked, and hopefully this commercial will let us through soon, they
Mhm.
also
They don't
have
let you-
subtitles as well.
They don't let you skip, you have to watch the whole Goldman Sachs.
So I know, for example, in the evening course, I have students, yeah, there we go. Of course, I don't have the sound all hooked up, but yeah, we do have subtitles. So in the evening course, I have students ranging from what would be ELI level 3 through ELI level 5. And so anytime that I would show a video like this, I do have subtitles because, whatever the upper level people might lose in having subtitles and being able to use those, just the lower level students need that. So I always try to make sure anything I show, I can have subtitles for it, unless we're really doing some close listening, in which case, I do want them to focus on the, on the auditory skill. So those are my top picks there. Let's take a little closer look at TED though, because this website has changed a lot.
I'm sad that you can't search by time anymore.
There is actually a way to do that. I thought it was gone, but let's see. So it's TED.com/talks. I don't know why the web address disappeared when I tried to add something to it. But now we do actually. Yeah, I thought that this was gone too, but I just checked when I was refreshing myself for this, and there is now this duration again.
That's recent.
Yeah, and in my old directions, it was talking about, yes, find such and such in the left-hand bar. Well, now it's up at the top. They keep changing things.
So, this is the homepage then?
So this is TED.com/talks.
Which is not the homepage.
I'm not sure.
If you plug in
Oh yeah, so it's
talk/browse,
talks/browse. Oh, that just takes us right back to talks.
that's really different from like last week.
But yeah, from the homepage, it looks like we go to watch and then TED Talks. That goes to that page. But yeah, we can say 0 to 6 minutes. For languages, that's for subtitles. I think all of them have English subtitles anyway. And it used to be that you could pick things like inspiring or intriguing or whatever they're.
If you go by
Sorry.
sort by,
Sort by. Oh, you could. Why would that be there?
that's where they moved that to.
Jaw dropping.
Which did not make any sense to me.
No.
Because I'd rather have that be like one of those other ones
Header.
and sort by
Right.
time or something that's a finite.
Right.
But
So is it like 7 courageous or 5 courageous? How can you sort by?
These are the ones that people have labeled as. When people give
Oh.
them feedback, you can label them by these whatever.
All right, so
Jaw dropping.
we do have that. So let's say global issues. So we're learning together. This is good.
Oh.
0 to 6 minutes. I also don't like how the things you pick show up down here, not up here. So it makes me think it did not work.
But I actually think that might be more functional because you can do, so you do your topic and then you sort by.
Right, no, I understand. But I'd like them to sort by time. Like, give me a
Oh,
topic, and then I want them to sort shortest to
time.
longest,
Okay.
because I want to be able to
Manage the time.
manage the time
All right, so
within a topic, usually. But that's okay.
I spend the whole time looking for it.
So here we have- okay, yeah, we have informative global issues, 0 to 6 minutes, and actually, yeah, I use this video quite often. Jay Walker on the world's English mania. It's a nice little short video. But yeah, so this narrowed us down to what, 34 results. Although actually I thought that there were just 34 period when I did this last time. Okay, so it just sorts them in terms of how many people have sorted them into that, I guess.
Yes.
So it has all of the talks, but just,
Oh, that's weird.
so the funniest one, the news about the news, I guess, that bubbles to the top, and the least funny, oh, okay, I can see that, the landscape of oil, that doesn't sound very funny. All right, but, the thing that
Why
I,
is it funny?
well, yeah, it's just saying that the least number of people said it was funny out of this finite list of talks.
Selling condoms in the Congo?
That's funny.
I guess that is pretty funny.
That's pretty
Okay.
funny.
Let's go to the news about the news.
Heather gets distracted when she's looking for a topic. She watches a lot of Scientific American, listens to a lot of Scientific
Also,
American.
actually, let's see how much this page changes. Yeah, so if I pull it in like this, our top bar disappears. We now have this, some people call this a hamburger button, because it looks kind of like two buns with a hamburger in the middle. And it gives us our menu over here somehow, but if we are full screen, it changes. Another thing is, when we're like this, oh, now we can view the interactive transcript. Okay, it used to be you could not access the transcript from this narrow view. It's good that they added that back in. I'm glad that they did that, because when I was, well, I touched on this a little bit when I was at the Northeastern Association of Language Learning Technology Conference, and they had just changed the website. I didn't have it pulled wide enough, and I was like, and here we can go to see the transcript somewhere. They must have moved it. So that was fun. But okay, so if we take this transcript,
We have put through Lex Tutor.
that's right, that's where we're going next.
Alright.
LexTutor.ca. This is a very kind of unfriendly looking website, unfortunately. But here we have vocab profile in this kind of, Orwellian compound word format on a very Orwellian looking website, actually. I don't know, and they're Canadians too, so there's no excuse for that. So then, what we usually want to use is this BNC COCA 25, which pulls together British National Corpus and Corpus of Contemporary English. And all of these things are on this VP Complete web. And these options are all hidden up here. I don't really know how they designed this website. It's ugly, but it's functional though. So if we use that corpus and then hit this glowing submit underscore window, I feel like this is kind of like the Hollywood movie version of teaching English or something. This flashy, colorful, scary looking, like hacking the English language website. But yeah, then we can see color-coded by frequency all of the words here, going from blue as the top 1,000 word family frequency. You can also see the text coverage. So that top 1,000 most common covers 78% of the text, and then this covers up to 84%, and so on additively. The more useful thing though is to look down here. And so if we take a look here, we can see, okay, global is used 4 times. 3,000, that's fairly frequent, but bureau, students probably won't be familiar with bureau, I would think. Actually, most of the vocabulary in this presentation is quite high frequency. We have some things that are off list, mostly proper nouns. Landmass, that's interesting that that would not be worldview. That seems like it should be in a corpus. Google, not in the corpus. I think that they know Google though. But yeah, maybe this one of the best example because the vocabulary actually seems fairly basic. It's why I'm a, actually no, you know what, there was one that was prosthetics, so this should have some medical stuff in it. I'll bet that this will have some good stuff. Copy, back, paste it into the box here, submit. Yeah, there we go. There's some pretty infrequent vocabulary here.
But actually fewer off-list words compared to the other one.
Raisin, okay. Grape. Okay, so actually there is a fair amount of low-frequency vocabulary, but we only have one token of each, which makes it not that attractive for pre-listening activity, you know, if it's not something frequent. But these are still good things to know when you're preparing an activity, to see, oh, this has a lot of really low-frequency vocabulary, but it's not repeated a lot. That could make it difficult for students, especially, you know, depending on their level.
Or that's when you do like main idea and you're out, but if a lot of that low vocabulary would be good details and you have to avoid it.
Yeah, even efferent, I mean, I can kind of guess at that. So that's probably X, and then the fair would be like carry. Maybe context I could get. I mean, I don't know that word. Haptic, I've seen that used. I'm not quite sure what the exact meaning would be. So yes, once we're down into the
I know
tens of
there's
thousands
a
frequency bands.
haptic site in the liver, but I don't know what haptic is.
Haptic?
I think it'd be hepatic for liver. I don't know. But yeah, I really like using vocabulary profilers anytime that I'm preparing a listening activity. But of course, you do need the full transcript first. And I'm not going to sit down and type out my own transcript for a 10-minute video just to get a vocabulary profile for it. So that's why that's one of the columns that I included on this spreadsheet of options. There are some websites that include the transcripts. Okay, so this has been a little bit of a, you know, haphazard, what's the word? Not tour de force. What's the opposite of a tour de force? Tour de no force. But yeah, so I talked about the sort of top picks. TED, Hulu, Nova Teachers. There are some more sources for popular TV shows and movies. Yeah, I think I did actually put this first page on backwards. That's okay. We talked about Hulu. For Netflix, there is no institutional subscription. So anyone who wants to use Netflix in the classroom has to just use their own personal accounts, unfortunately. But I mean, I've used Netflix a couple of times in the classroom, and that works fine. They do have subtitles if you need them. And you know, it's nice high quality video, no advertisements. Things are pretty stable on Netflix. On roughly a seasonal basis, some things will be shuffled out and some new things will be brought in, just depending on how their licensing agreements go with the copyright holders. But things tend to be pretty stable on Netflix, certainly compared to how they are on Hulu.
What's the cost of Netflix for those of you who do Netflix? $8 a month?
It's
Yeah,
like $8.
$8 a month?
$8 a month?
Yeah. Same with Hulu Plus if you get Hulu Plus.
Yeah. Although Hulu Plus still has ads, it just has more programs.
Yeah.
There's also Amazon Prime Instant Video, which I don't use very much.
I love Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I mean, Amazon Prime is great. Yeah,
It's about $80 a year.
Yeah. Well, I kind of use my PIT ID and get the student discount. My PIT email address and use the student discount.
40 lashes with a wet noodle.
How much is a student discount?
45?
Yeah, it's not quite as, well, it doesn't have all of the features of a full Amazon Prime account. So like on a full Amazon Prime account, you can actually basically share it with other people so that they also get the free shipping and stuff. Like if you have a household, you can't do that with a student account though. That's just for one person's login. But yeah, works.
It's okay, Rob's selfish, he doesn't want to share.
So yeah, Amazon Selection's not as big as Hulu or Netflix, but it is just another possible source to try to find things.
Have you used Hoopla, the library one?
Hoopla, no, I don't think I've heard of that.
It's with the library and the public library. And actually, I have it, the app, but I haven't actually used it yet. But it's streaming.
Is it
And
just
it's like you,
Hoopla like that?
yeah, H-O-O-P.
There you go. Public library.
And it's like you check out movies, like you would check them out face to face, like it's like a 72-hour lending period or something like that.
So you had to register using your library?
Just your library account,
Card
yeah,
account?
using your library account number. I have it, but I haven't I've just looked at their selection, but I haven't actually tried it yet.
So what did you say you had to be checked out face to face? Is that what you said?
I mean, it's like you check it out face
Okay.
to face. So it's not like you stream whatever you want. You check it out for 72 hours, I think, is the lending period.
Alright, well, I have my
Check it out.
terribly damaged and falling apart little keychain library card, so
Well, I didn't know you could get
that
that.
really does look terrible. Wow.
This
I've
is
taped this up
Carnegie.
different times.
This is Carnegie.
This would be probably through Carnegie, I assume.
Yeah.
Remember they had two tags?
No.
So when you say it's a 72-hour lending period, it's downloaded? You download it? Or
No, I
also
think it's
just-
streaming. I think it's still streaming.
It's available for a certain amount of
But
time.
you can only stream it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I had not heard of this, so this is,
Something new.
yeah, we could even,
What
have you noticed when you browse through options to view at JV?
Like what they have?
Yeah, I mean,
It looks like Netflix. Like it'll have like at the top, new and notable, top titles just added, genres.
What do they have for new?
For new.
well, that's usually new added. It doesn't mean it's a new film. It just means.
They also have recently released. That would be new, right?
That would be, yeah.
Good People, Dead Within, Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart, Persecuted, Horses of God, The List, Hello Mr. Fudge, or Hell and Mr. Fudge, sorry.
Slightly different.
thank you for mentioning that, yeah, I had never heard of that before.
You should also add, I think, the Scientific American website for short, not video, but audio, not video, but short audio.
Could we add an audio?
We certainly could. Now we have.
In the surface of any category.
Their entire
Audio
category.
sources.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I think more of us are using it now because, the Nat Geos are so limited in number.
Mm-hmm.
So is that this 60-second science?
Yep, exactly. 60-second health, 60-second minds, 60-second.
And that's been around for a while now. I remember listening to those, well, certainly before I came to
Right.
Pitt.
But pluses are that there's a transcript. It's downloadable, so you can save it for future use. You don't have to worry about it's going away. They're still adding to the library, so it's,
It's a variety too.
yeah, good topic variety. So I know it's not a video, but it's,
It's a good resource.
Heather and I have been using a lot of those. Listening for, been using a lot of those.
All right, so I've got the basic information plugged in there, yeah.
All right.
Radio Lab is an audio source.
Okay. Radio lab.
Oh, I didn't even watch Radio Lab. That's on WESA sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I think I've heard this before.
No one really.
It's longer stories like you would, like a.
Yeah, it's longer stories and they get complicated sometimes, but they're interesting.
Mhm.
You can divvy them up. I'm not sure if there's a transcript or not. Let's take a look.
Just listen, read, watch.
So here is their latest episode.
This is Jessie Meinson in Zurich, Switzerland. Radiolab is supported by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform
Oh,
providing
no.
a simple
I
way
think
to
I
create
see.
a website, portfolio, or online Squarespace provides templates and tools.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have actual transcripts, I don't think. No.
It is downloadable.
That's good.
That is right, you can download the MP3 file.
And Science Friday is another source of sort.
I think, is that through NPR? That sounds familiar. Oh, maybe not.
I think it is on the, I think it's WESA that you hear Science
You
Friday.
hear it on ESA, but.
Oh,
And it's
Ebola vaccines, look at that, Heather.
yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, that could be a whole workshop in itself, talking about audio sources.
I think popping for Ebola sounds much more terrifying than
Ew.
Okay, so what else do we have? There is this TED Ed website where people make lesson plans and stuff. I've honestly never found that much use for the TED Ed website. It's not just TED videos, but also YouTube and things that people can pull in.
Lessons that people have already done.
Yeah, let's take a look
they-
at one, just as a,
I mean, it could be that maybe the site's better than it was the last time I took a look here, but, okay, so here they have this YouTube video, they have this little introduction, so they watch. Here we have some multiple choice questions that this person created.
Oh, well, that would be a good one for us.
Exponentially growing yaks, that sounds interesting. Okay, a bunch of links here, other resources.
play the slides, just so we can see how it's, is it,
The video.
yeah. So, okay, so this one is,
One of the most remarkable aspects of the human brain is its ability to recognize.
3 core words and I want to.
Among the hardest problems we've tried to understand is the concept of turbulent flow in fluid dynamics. The German physicist Werner Heisenberg said, "When I meet God, I am going to ask him 2 questions. Why relativity and why turbulence? I really believe he will have an answer for the first." As difficult as turbulence is to understand mathematically, we can use art to depict the way it looks. In June 1889, Vincent van Gogh painted the view just before sunrise from the window of his room at the St. Paul de Massol Asylum in Saint-Remy-de-Provence, where he admitted himself after mutilating his own ear in a psychotic episode. In the starry night, his circular brushstrokes create a night sky filled with swirling clouds.
That's a nice, slow ELI voice and psychotic mutilation and all that.
that would have been a good, yeah, happy
Oh,
Halloween.
yeah.
And we did Thriller, we could have did Mutilation, there you go. But that is not, I mean, that's not your average video. And that's not somebody just recording themselves talking about a topic.
Mm-hmm.
No, so they're picking the.
Yeah, so that's for a physics class. So.
No, I'm talking about like as in the quality, like if we decided to put something together and like
Oh.
just had slides with us in front of the slides, talking about the slides, and made a video, it's very different from,
Because
Yeah.
these are all using TED Talks, I think.
It's not all just TED Talks, and actually, I think that this must be a new thing that they're doing, creating their own original videos just for this website, because it says TED Ed Original.
yeah.
A lot of the lesson plans in here are based on TED Talks, but there are also, like I said, like random YouTube videos that people can pull in to use here as well.
Is ESL by any chance a sorting?
I don't remember that. being
TED
something
Talks
to
is
sort
going
by.
to be working with a publisher.
To come up with a book? A book
Yeah,
series?
when-
Yeah.
Who were we last year at the convention? We were at the reception with the
Literature and
That was the,
National Geographic. It might be National Geographic.
well, that would be
Yeah, so
cool.
it looks like these are videos kind of on those topics, and it's not looking at like curriculum focus.
Yeah, okay. It's content.
Yeah. Although filtered by, yeah, so they don't have a language learner category. Just elementary,
Other.
middle, high school. I suppose. Okay, there are no.
Oh.
Yeah, and even saying all, there are just 4 things under the other category. So yeah, not really designed for
No, but there's,
teaching.
you sort it by time if you wanted something short.
That's right, yeah, you can choose by time. So like I said, I mean, I've checked this out different times, and I haven't really found anything that I would want to use in my own classroom. But I
There's
think
a
it's an
Graham
interesting
Hill.
website.
Mhm.
What's that?
Graham Hill we used for listening fun.
Oh, okay.
Less stuff, more happens. It's actually very good.
And you can create your own lessons. So actually, if ELI teachers wanted to make nice ELI, approved lessons and share those, that's totally possible through this website. But just that would take more than just one person using the website. It would have to be a kind of coordinated thing for people to start building lessons like that.
You can click on that, just what's involved there.
And so you find any
Find a
YouTube
video.
video. Well, I guess I have to actually find a video, but
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Adding
then you
your own
can add
questions.
questions and so on, yeah. Although even then, the questions would just show up on the screen. So unless you were in the computer lab having students do that individually, you just kind of be answering as a class anyway, I suppose.
But it would be good if we could find like 5 for each level. That when they're always saying, well, I need to practice, I need to practice, I need to practice. Well, there you go. There's something that you can watch, and it's not, because I haven't worked with sites where there's a transcript, because a lot of the ESL stuff is all canned, it's not always authentic. So it would be nice for them to be able to go to a site and say, try these out where you can answer questions and get the right information, for practice. So maybe that's something to try out. Even if they're not perfect for the curricular topic.
That reminds me of one of the things I don't like too much about this website, and that is even when they have a actual TED Talk, they don't have the transcript on this website. You have to then find the video on TED to access the transcript.
Well, maybe that's purposeful.
That could be. It could be.
Otherwise, it will be like what our students do is they just play it and then they read the transcript through unless you're not doing
And
that.
that would be good for us if we wanted to use it that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Use it without the transcript
Yeah.
and then give them the option.
Oh yeah, this semester, for the first time, my evening course students discovered that the back of the book has the transcripts for our listenings. And so now, anytime we do a listening, I have to be watching out
Make sure they're not
to
following
make sure that they're
along.
not at the very back of the book.
I love it when they realize partway into the semester that it's been there all along. Like, I don't tell them.
No, we don't tell them.
I'm listening 5, I had a student one time say, but it's right here. I don't. You
It's
you
not
need to
reading
share that
class.
information.
All right. And then, as we go along, these are websites that have some nice content, but they're
Oh,
just
the one
not
in
as
the lab.
useful.
Doesn't have a little knob.
So there's this Talks at Google. This Google invites people. And there can be some interesting things there, but they tend to be quite long. They don't have subtitles. They don't have transcripts. So I think not as useful for the ELI context. I do really like these ASAP science videos.
Want to know how to scientifically cure your hangover? Perhaps you'd like to find out how you can see
Yes,
the big
I
bang
do.
effect in your own eyes and ears.
Okay, let's see. Sure. What are the brain tricks? YouTube.
Has an off day.
It's okay, we
Oh, is that the ads? Yeah.
and she lost the balloon. That's
You may not realize it, but your brain actually processes information in 2 very distinct ways. Like when you look at this photo, you instantly know she has blonde hair, is visibly angry, and likely has some choice words to yell. Without any effort, you experienced fast thinking. But if you look at the following problem, something different happens. Sure, you immediately know it's a multiplication problem, and you knew you could solve it if you had the energy, but didn't. If you do try, your muscles will tense, your pupils will dilate, and your heart rate will increase. Now, you've experienced slow thinking. These two systems of fast and slow thinking dictate much of our perception and reaction in life. Take these lines, for example. It's clear that they're different lengths, but if you measure them, they're actually the exact same length. Even now that you know, System 1, or your fast thinking, can't stop seeing the illusion because it acts automatically. A similar effect is seen here. Which figure is the largest? Again, they're all the same size, but the suggestion of perspective and depth causes your System 1 to interpret the picture as three-dimensional, even though it's on a flat two-dimensional surface. It's making quick work of the available information, and so your conscious System 2, or slow thinking, must compensate after the fact and choose not to believe your intuition or instinct.
So that was a minute of that.
Very cute.
But I really like these, it's all nice hand-drawn stuff.
Save it.
What is it? Childbirth is getting kicked in the balls.
Nice.
All right, so, you have to talk.
Alright.
It's,
Well, hey, what they, well, on the
Yeah,
web.
this is how Heather's brain works.
What's that, Bill?
oh, it's called ASAP Science.
It's on your list, or
It's on my list.
under shorter lectures.
Unless this might not have been the same version as what's up on the website right now, actually. But I consider this to be like the main version. And again, this is accessible for anyone, and anyone can edit this.
So it's not on, all right, ASAP Science.
I don't see it here. I'm gonna check it down.
Yeah, it's ASAP, ASAP Science. And then there are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of websites that have documentaries up for free. Then the question, of course, is just whether there are subtitles or transcripts. But again, enormous numbers of websites. Even the History Channel has its own website that will have certain documentaries up. There's the Canadian National Film Bureau that has all these documentaries up. It's probably the easiest thing to find, really, for these videos. Just all these, especially things that are government-sponsored documentaries. So those are all over the place. Easy to find. All right, so those are the video sources, popular TV shows and movies, these shorter lectures, and then documentaries and other educational videos, like I said, all over the place. Actually,
So
let's
the-
take a little closer look.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you show us one of the film one?
So here's like a NASA Eclipse, and they have, oh, that's kind of funny, it's like Eclipse. But I guess, yeah, it looks like they have
So it'll play on one.
different grade levels.
Launchpad.
So, like,
nice.
Here they have, let's compare two of these. They also have for the general public. Whoops, okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there. Okay, so these are the general public ones, I guess. If we filter by this instead, okay, it does not seem to have updated things, so let's hit search. There, now it updated. So these are designed for high school age students. What are radioisotope power systems? I thought it was thermal radioisotope. Thank you very much. The shuttle experience. Let's see what this has. Just a nice.
This is why when you're the listening teacher, it takes so long. It's not just that you have to find something, so you get distracted by all the other
Yeah.
things while you're looking for it.
Well, that might not be loading actually. But yeah, so those are at least in theory shorter length things if they actually work. All right, any other
Show us the
thoughts or-
Canadian National Film Bureau.
Sure.
I mean, that's the thing, like.
So if we say,
Life at times of notable Canadians.
that's always a hot topic.
Indeed.
Well, I'm married to a Canadian, so I can say that. Human rights.
Sharia in Canada.
also cryptically named and there are no descriptions. Balabrock. Okay, what is everybody's children? Two teenage refugees. Does this have? With an R subtitles?
Does it say 51?
Yeah.
What's the education tab?
Educate, yes. Only available to campus subscribers. Hmm.
Okay.
So, a big part of it is just sorting through and finding something that would be relevant and useful in the classroom, but it isn't available though. There are plenty of sources.
Where is the online version of this?
The address, unfortunately, the front page I staple on
Okay,
backward.
it's on there.
So the second sheet is bit.ly/ELI video sources is the address.
Thank you.
Yep.
What is bit.ly?
It's just an address shortening service. Instead of putting this docs.google.com/spreadsheet/etc?E
All of
good
that.
luck.
I've seen that in other things, I wondered. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Get ready for listening.
Yes.
Okay, here's the menu.
Choices.
Are we doing that now?
Huh?
Want to do that now?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It was like, thank you very much.
Although I was going to also do one of these in this next hour.
Oh, that's right,
I
it's
don't
only
know
1
what-
o'clock.
That's
Yeah.
all right, I'm going to teach anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do it quick.
So here's what they propose, which looks like the old boring ELI closing ceremonies.
Which means those are probably the items that have a high markup for them.
Cheese
No.
trays, sliced fresh fruit with almond dip, farm fresh crudités, no.
No,
Tomato bruschetta, hummus, bacon wrapped scallops,
no,
meatballs, no.
No.
Spanakopita,
Yes.
okay. Honey sesame chicken, okay.
okay.
So I say instead of the hoisin, we have Swedish meatballs.
Is that a menu option?
Yeah. And we can like really reduce it, just have a few, just in honor of Christine.
She can say how bad it is.
So I hate the fresh crudité. Nobody eats those vegetables, but there is a grilled veggie platter,
That's nice.
so that's good.
We've had that before.
Yes, so I say substitute the grilled veggie platter. I say forget this sliced fresh fruit, because I think their fruit is often like hard melons.
That's true. Well, why don't we see if we can have it more specific? No melon.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But maybe it's just,
See what the fruit is. But
Right.
Brian said sometimes it's seasonal, so maybe what they have is gonna be okay. So we'll just go, but I don't want, I don't want chili and melons that are hard as rock. I hate that domestic cheese tray.
oh, it's like just cubes of crappy cheese.
Yeah, choose. So
Not even slices.
here's what they have.
They have a better, a nicer one.
Well, they do have an international cheese platter.
Right, actually that's actually better, but depending upon what they're serving with now.
Right,
internationally.
but they also have these savory cheesecakes, a roasted red pepper and leaf with crackers. I say we skip the bacon and go down the oven, but I think this might be okay.
I'm not interested in the cheesecake.
Well, it's really a
I'm picturing just like a I'm not thinking like cake.
No, I know, I've seen
no,
them.
it's
and
a savory.
I don't think it's particularly good for the money.
Oh, okay. I just thought it was better than the domestic and possibly even the international. I can ask him what's on that.
It's international, I think they just had a little library event, and I thought if that's what it was pretty good.
Yeah, the international one, I think is, we should consider
Okay,
it.
well, so let's just do the.
But then we need to be really specific about how they slice it.
Slice, not cubed.
Yes.
But if it's,
It wasn't sliced, actually.
it's just like chunks of cheese and you slice yourself?
The only thing I remember, there were two that were sliced, and they were like little square slices for crackers, but the others were wedges.
The hot dips people like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of that.
That's something to think about. I don't know, do that, teach you that.
Okay. So the artichoke dip, there's the spinach and crab dip. But I was also thinking instead of the hummus with pita, it's okay, but I was thinking, that's what I was thinking, the artichoke and then the spinach and crab
Yeah. Instead of the hummus, I agree.
instead of the hummus. I mean, we could have one, because these are platters, they're like $50 each. We could have one platter of hummus and then one of artichoke and one of spinach. We can just skip the hummus.
What's the price difference?
It's all the same. The spinach and crab is $10 more. Otherwise, the artichoke is the same as hummus. Do we want the spinach and the rye round? Or the Tex-Mex bowl with nachos?
I think the nachos is kind of tailgate-ish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The spinach and rye is nice, but like, damn, $60. Well, what are they? It's gonna be like a little.
It's that bowl, it's that bread thing. That for me is just church bazaar.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's exactly it's what my mom makes when her
Oh,
lady friends
totally.
come over to play cards.
Yeah. I actually don't, I don't like that. Okay, so we got the grilled vegetable harvest. Maybe. Forget this. Maybe. No, forget that. Okay, so we don't want any of these. But we would like. And then there is. So we'll do one chicken. Honey sesame, maybe chicken. And then
Is that skewers or is that wings?
no, not wings. The satay is, I think, skewers. There's
So
the
then what-
coconut
but what
chicken
then?
with orange dipping sauce, honey sesame chicken. I think it's just
Like chunks?
chunks, yeah. I don't know, maybe we should even go with the chicken satay. Oh, of course, the fingers. Yeah, peanuts, yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
The crab stuffed mushroom caps or the mini crab cakes. I think both of these are okay. Swedish cocktail meatballs is the same as the other. Spanakopita. I was thinking the vegetable samosas.
That's nice.
We could do. Big things.
Oh, they can.
Um,
Well, yeah, because we're not. I would if we do these mushrooms, then I would get these as the crab cakes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we could do that, the crab cakes and the, one of these, porcelain or spinach.
That's percent.
Porcelain is a cream, it's that soft cream cheese in a cake with herbs in it, it's a French.
Oh, okay.
Do you do cheese?
Yeah. Hey, field better?
I'm fine. It's-
Oh, the town,
Sophie just done.
how's Sophie?
She's, iffy. She's okay now, but she pulled full of ibuprofen.
Oh, what did she have?
She had a sore throat and a fever. Yeah. So,
It's hard to watch them when they're that, when
yeah,
they're
yeah.
sick like that.
Did they give any, like, suggestions for quantity?
Mm-hmm, yeah. But I counted, with the people who have RSVP'd and the guests, we're up to 60.
Okay. So lower than we, a lot lower than we
So
expected.
I still feel like we should plan for 100.
Okay. Well, okay, so that 60 is without students.
Yes,
It's-
oh, that's right, that's without students.
Okay.
Okay, so we can invite 30 students.
Bao confirmed.
Oh, Malcolm.
I wanted to copy and paste the Facebook message to her this week, like, I'm so honored, thank you, I'd love to. She can't do the Chancellor thing though,
Yes.
because she has class at that
Oh,
time.
yes, good.
Yeah. But she did say, she said something to the effect like, but if you really, really need me, maybe I can come for a few minutes between classes or something. She has class and I wouldn't want to
No.
ask her to.
No, okay, that's perfect for us.
you know.
Okay, good. So I have this, how about, what's her name, plays viola at CMU, like musicians?
Oh, yeah, she confirmed.
She's
way back.
confirmed.
I'll have to
What's her
send her a
name?
message.
Sunyi?
Sunyi.
Suyi. So, who's she playing with?